What is going on, everyone? I am Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. You know, I have to talk about this Kevin Gates situation that's going on. Apparently last night he started trending for the wrong reasons. Apparently a tape was released of him and another female that wasn't his wife. Because according to the Twitter detectives, his wife has a large back tattoo, which she does, and this other particular female doesn't. And it's not necessarily an old video because, you know, Kevin Gates has lost weight. He looks a lot different. He looks in the video, because of course I saw it because it was trending. The guy, that looks like Kevin Gates. It looks like Kevin Gates. And his wife supposedly left him. Now, this is a situation where I tell a lot of you guys, don't put your business out here on social media. And when I say social media, is when you record stuff and you send it to people, because it wouldn't surprise me at all if this guy sent this video to somebody, or he may have used this particular female's phone to record this. I mean, stuff like that happens. You never want to record yourself doing anything unless you're going to put those videos under lock and key, or you're going to delete later. The fact that this is going on during a time where people are supposedly quarantining, and this is a side note. Have y'all found it very, ironic that the people who are telling you to stay at home and don't go out are the main ones out and about getting arrested, filming, scenes with people, messing around on their wives, you know what I'm saying? Partying. But these would be the same people to tell you to stay at home. Be that as it may, this situation is incredibly embarrassing because it looks like in the video that they're at somebody's grandmother's house or room one. Like the dude went to go meet her at her mother's house or grandmother's house or his grandmother's house, and you got to ask yourself the question, man, when are you guys going to stop doing this, making these tapes, especially when you're a public figure? Because especially if you have an iPhone that's known to get hacked and people's photos and videos get released. But to me, this seems like somebody got a hold of the video and decided to expose it. Now, one of the things that kind of surprised me on Twitter is the female reactions, because I don't listen to Kevin Gates like that, but you have a lot of women who listen to Kevin Gates and they're disappointed because he's not the quote unquote freak that he proclaims himself to be in his music. They're talking about how his stroke game is weak and this, that, and the third. I even seen some dudes saying that, which is very weird. And I'm saying, like, that's all you care about is he's not doing the things that he speaks about in his music. You don't care the fact that he's with another woman besides his wife. You're only disappointed because he isn't doing the things that he says in his music. It's just like these guys who claim to be gangster rappers, but they're not in the streets. They're not in the streets. They don't really live the lifestyle that they rap about, And looking at the tweets, man, it just shows you that we are in a different day and age. We're in a day and age where female R&B and female rappers, the only way they can promote their music and get seen is to be an Instagram model, basically. That's the only way they feel like people want to listen to them. And we are also in a day and age where you have women care more about a guy, being the quote unquote freak that he is in his music than the fact that this guy during a quarantine is out making tapes with another female that's not his wife. The priorities are crazy. But people got to understand, just because somebody says something in their music does not mean that's how they live their life. That is the problem with people. You buy into what is being told to you, which is not the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is that a lot of these guys lie about their lifestyles, and they put on a facade that they feel like you're actually going to accept and embrace. But these guys are not what they say they are in their music. And with Kevin Gates is just a different type of guy, he said a lot of things that may have been perceived as crazy or weird. But again, that's him being him, Kevin Gates. And a lot of you guys, man, I don't know why you do it, but there are guys who film themselves, put themselves out here, and they end up exposing a lot more than themselves with somebody else. They end up exposing the fact that they just aren't what they say they are, according to a lot of the disappointed female fans. Now, my thing is this. If his wife has left him, it's not because this is the first time he's done this. It's because of the public perception. The fact that, he's really out here with another female and he got caught up. The embarrassment. I think that's the only way that she'll leave that situation. But they're business partners. So if she's leaving, it's only a situation where she's leaving because of the backlash and just how people are going at Kevin Gates over this situation, Now, again, people are going to say, well, it's their personal business, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's the one who recorded this. And the thing, it seemed like the point of him recording it was to show somebody. So obviously somebody got a hold of that video, man. This is why you do not be recording yourself. You never know what's going to happen to that video, man. Somebody can get a hold to your phone. Somebody can look at what's going on and end up posting it, making you look real crazy out here. Now, whether his wife has left him or not, I don't know. Some people are saying that. I don't necessarily think that matters at this point, because she's probably already forgiven it, and he's probably done this before. Okay. Now, as far as Kevin Gates is concerned, this could be a ploy to promote new music. We all know that happens. These guys do certain things, questionable things, in order to promote music, whether it be beefs, because the game has done this. The game has promoted new music by beefing with other rappers. We know that he has done this. This could be a way to promote whatever new project he has coming out. But this is the wrong way of going about it, though. I mean, seriously. What's the point of this? Unless you just don't care, which it could be that. But I honestly think that a lot of the female fans and their reactions to this was very telling. All you have to do is go and look up Kevin Gates on Twitter. Look at what the women are saying. They're talking about how disappointed they are that he isn't the quote unquote freak that he claims to be in his music. A lot of these guys are not who you think they are. A lot of these guys are not who y'all think they are, man. Y'all out here thinking that these guys are one way when there's something else. You got to understand, it's all about career. This is their career. Their career is being a rapper or entertainer, giving you a perception of themselves in order to sell music. That's what it is. A lot of these guys who talk about having all these women and living a playboy lifestyle, they have a whole wife at home. They have a whole family at home. Fabulous did that for years. Fabulous, the rapper Fabulous. You would think, you would look at what he, his career and what he did. Like, he was never with anybody. All of a sudden, you find out he had a whole girlfriend at home. Had a whole woman at home that's been with him for a long time. But then you find out that he has this chick on a reality show. You know, just because you see people perception wise one way does not mean that that is their life. And I just want to say this, man. It may seem cool to record yourself out here doing certain things, but you got to understand, man, if that stuff gets out, it's gonna be a bad look. Now, some people don't care. Some people record themselves without a second thought, and they will post it on social media, which is your choice. As a matter of fact, I once saw this video on World Star. I don't know how old the video was, but this girl was basically giving this guy sloppy toppy while he was sitting in the back seat of a car. And there was another car that drove up next to it because it had got to a stop sign. And the chick looked up at the dude recording, and she kind of smirked, and she went back to doing what she was doing, man. I mean, you know, some people just don't care. And in that moment, they're more wrapped up in what they're doing than actual logic. You know? I think in that moment, Kevin thought it was a cool thing. Maybe it was a female that he has always wanted to smash, and that was his opportunity, and he wanted to, you know, record it. Still, man, you can't be doing it. Not in this day and age, man, because these type of videos have a way of getting out. Somebody's going to get that video out. So you need to take it upon yourself to not record this stuff, because you never know. I mean, his old lady could have put that out. You know, maybe somebody who has access to his phone did that. Maybe because a lot of these guys may have phones that they let people use, especially if they work together or they know each other. I'm under the impression they may have sent it to somebody. There are guys that do that, man. There are guys that will send you photos of themselves with chicks. They will send you videos of themselves with chicks. You know what I'm saying? Just to stunt, just to say, hey, look at what I'm doing. But it can also make you look bad, man. And these chicks are going in on Kevin Gates, man. They want to know what happened to that freak in his music.